Backstage, da 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 da. Backstage, da 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 da. Backstage, da 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 da. Hello, darlings. This is my special guest today.
Hello.
It's of course my son Benny, and I'm very, very proud and thankful that he's here today. This is, by the way, Harry Stoika, a great Austrian guitarist who did an album, a tribute to Jimi Hendrix. Um, this is going to be maybe let's see, the last backstage for a little while. I don't know yet because I'm going traveling from next week on, actually, already starting on Tuesday. And so if we don't see each other, I wish you, well, I'm gonna post things, but still, I wish you all the best for Christmas, Merry Christmas, and I wish you a great Happy New Year. But I had a lot of things to do, and especially I had to make sure that this young gentleman is happy. Um, because we're not telling what, but you are getting something very special for Christmas.
Of course.
Yeah, Papa was trying to be a good Papa.
He always is.
Let's go a little bit closer for the microphone, huh?
Of course.
Because people are always complaining if there's two of us. Then, what do you want to know?
How has been your last week? How's it been? Just what have you been doing generally?
Well, the last week was very, very busy because almost every day I was recording 2 or 3 TV shows because RUDI Backstage, which is on Krone TV, always on Sunday 8:15. And on krone.at. If you're not in Austria, you can watch it as a streaming, of course. And then my talk show, which is on Tuesday, also 8:15 prime time. And I wanted to make sure, because I'm traveling now, that I don't have to come back just for the TV shows. So I was producing quite interesting shows in advance. One is about ABBA and the comeback of ABBA.
Okay.
One is about Deep Purple, which actually was the very first album your father ever bought.
Oh, wow.
Was Deep Purple in Rock, 1971 of last century.
Wow.
I was about your age.
Quite some time ago.
Yes, and that's a hard rock band. Yeah, they have Smoke on the Water, like dom 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 dom. I know I'm a great singer, and you hate it. Yeah. But and they have now also done a new album, The Old Gentleman of Deep Purple. But they are. Oh, are you gonna do a striptease? Oh my God, ladies, be careful. No, you just want to show that there is purple underneath the black. They also did a new album, and I'm talking about this. And then did a program about Madonna, because she is in the headlines because of very, let's say, erotic / sexual Instagram postings of herself. Madonna is the same age as I am. She's born in the same year, and things like that. Then also, and this is interesting for all my international followers, it's gonna be around Christmas is the air. We finally are going to reveal something that you, as international followers, already know. Remember, I did the pop quiz. Who is the deep voice of Backstage? You know who is the deep voice.
Yes,
who is it?
I don't know who.
You can say it. You can say most of those viewers. Well, you don't know?
I don't.
Honestly, not?
No, you've never
Backstage.
told me.
It's me.
Oh.
Yes, I'm singing that. I mean, it's Dana Gillespie singing the great female voice. It's Wolfgang Grünzweig who made the production and played all the instruments, and your papa was saying Backstage.
Interesting.
Very talented.
Of course.
Yeah. I'm looking into an international career. You can see that I'm always in a good mood when one of my sons is next to me. And let me let me sit next, like more like here, so we are more equally uh, big. So that was some of the stuff. Now I'm going to Munich,
Okay.
but nothing to do with Freddie Mercury. By the way, the Freddie Mercury documentary for RTL was a big success.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, great ratings, great critics reviews, etc., etc. There will be an international version soon because a lot of people were asking me and calling me, etc. That's the one where Peter Freestone is with me in Munich,
Hmm.
revisiting all um, the Freddie Mercury historic places. And no, I'm going to go to Munich to work again with Mr. Peter Maffay
Oh,
and to discuss some other projects in Munich because I'm going to be probably it looks like Munich is going to be an important second or third base for next year. Then I'm going to go to America for some business. I'm going to discuss and do and produce a Rolling Stones program for ABC New York. And then I'm going to go to a secret place belonging to Spain for a holiday.
that's
And you
always
might
nice.
come with me. We haven't decided yet, but you're invited if you want.
Thank you very much.
Because we could go diving.
Diving is good, but school stuff I need to relearn, like study. Let's see.
How is the thing with the pandemic with you and the school?
It's not very
Amusing.
good. No, not really. Like having to wear masks, like during the lessons, not being able to take them off unless we do like a mask break, which we do like once a day. That's like 5 minutes.
Hmm.
It's yeah.
And but you're actually physically going into the school in the moment, which
Oh yes, we have to. Well,
yeah.
we don't have to, but if we don't go, we just get like learning packets. Like they just send us like stuff that we need to learn by ourselves, but
Hmm.
we still need to take the tests and the essays
Hmm.
and all that stuff. So basically, we have to learn ourselves. There's no like distance learning, nothing.
How are you doing in the moment at school? How are your grades?
Um,
As your papa.
I'm struggling a little bit, but it's yeah.
You know this great thing that we are discussing. We're not gonna say what. I
Mhm.
was even thinking, yeah, if you're making a good year in school, then I would we could discuss something about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What are you looking forward the most when this pandemic is under control? When the regular life is going to be,
Traveling
yeah.
probably. I'm missing that a lot. Haven't traveled in a while. It's yeah, diving, generally seeing the world again.
Mm.
Mm.
And having some fun, right?
That comes with it, obviously.
Remember when we were scuba diving? When did we do the last one? It was Miami, right?
Miami, yes.
Yeah. Well, do you remember where we were diving last? Oh, right. I mean, in there is the logbook which I'm keeping for you, but there was this. He actually is already rescue diver, right?
Yes.
So for those of you who are not into diving, I mean, we are with PADI, which is the international organization, and you're doing the open water diver, and then comes
Advanced open water.
advanced open water because he was very soon advanced. Of course,
Of course.
he's my son. And then for his age, very early. I mean, now it's again, I think 2 years ago or something. You did the rescue diver course,
Hmm.
which is not really very, not a lot of young people do that because it's actually a very technical a course, how to rescue people and first aid and so on and so on. Do you want to go on with diving in diving grades? Are you aiming for new diving courses?
Of course, yes.
Tell me.
The next step would be the master scuba, I think. Yeah. But
Master Scuba Diver, which means you have to do.
5 specialities, which are like little under groups,
Mhm.
like some specialities like underwater photography or
Would you like to do underwater photography or videography?
maybe I would have to
Have you
see how.
decided which 5 you want to do?
Not really, but
No?
would have to look into that more. But it's kind of hard.
No, we can, yeah. I mean, sorry. This is because it's 7 verkehrt.
Forget.
We're talking half German, half English.
Denglish.
Huh?
Denglish.
Yeah, hang on. And this is actually meant to be so that Freddie Mercury is behind you. And Brian May actually up there. No. Yeah, this is Brian May up there. But that's okay. So the diving, okay. Yeah, well, I hope we're gonna be there soon again. You miss Miami?
Yes, very much. Actually, it's
You're still thinking of studying marine biology? Is that a possibility?
it is. I would have.
I mean, you still have time. You don't have to
Yeah.
decide yet. It's you can still become a policeman or politician or musician or film director, music video director. Oh no, that's a horrible job. Yeah. But there's the two important films. Looking back a little bit on which I'm gonna do soon if I do another backstage this year. Looking back to this year, I was doing a lot of work, and two films that I think were over the average in my ranking in my charts, my personal charts. The one was the film on Corona, where you were also a little bit part of in helping me, and the other one, of course, was Freddie Mercury, the Munich years. How is the Corona thing influencing? Are you discussing that with your pals in school and your friends, or how is this?
Not really. It's
No,
just
you're vaccinated, of course, yeah, which is important. Well, of course, I mean, there's people who say they don't want to get vaccinated, but
well, that's their problem, and not really their problem. It's everyone's problem.
it's also our problem.
Yes, but you can't really do anything about it.
Well, we can try to persuade, to show, and that this is the only way. This is, by the way, an disinfectant. Yeah. Okay. What is? I mean, the Queen is a music that are you interested in Queen at all?
Yes, I find the music very fascinating, personally.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you have favorite songs?
I like Bohemian Rhapsody, of course, but that's more Freddie than yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
That's your favorite song.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You, of course, you know that there's also the movie that is called Bohemian Rhapsody, where work of your father was duplicated, redone, huh?
Implemented.
Well, not really. There's not really footage of mine, but there are things, influences of mine, like for example the famous prostitute interview where you can go down. You want to have him what? Where he says, "I'm just a musical prostitute, my dear."
The famous interview.
Yeah, that was redone for the movie and put into a press conference. Well, anyway, what are your ambitions for next year, for 2022? Since we are now at December, what are you expecting from next year as a young person?
Hopefully for the pandemic to end, mostly, or like in school, like just not like having a half like stuff. Either like
you mean what with half?
Like there's restrictions, but there's also not distance learning, like not online school. Like,
would you prefer distance learning?
Oh, 100%, yes.
Well, then maybe I should tell the Austrian Minister of Education that my son wants distance learning. So, what the fuck is happening? Make distance learning.
It's kind of stupid right now. We're in a lockdown, but we still pretty much have to school. We're not forced, but
we're in a lockdown situation while we are recording this. I mean, this is not funny. It's not funny for anybody, but it's necessary because the numbers are so high up, and it's also important to just say again and again and again. Of 20 people in the intensive care, 18 are not vaccinated, and the two which are vaccinated usually have pre-existing conditions. So the vaccination helps you against a severe form of this illness. That is for sure. And I just can say, please, 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 please go and get vaccinated. Please also get the third, we call it booster. Here in Europe, there will be soon a fourth one necessary because of Omicron, yeah, and the variation. And I mean, billions of people have been vaccinated, and very, very little side effects, and 5 million of people are dead because of COVID, and a lot of people are alive with side effects. I know, for example, a great director, and she has no smell and no taste anymore since a year.
Horrible.
A year. You know what that means? It means if you have a sour milk, you don't know if you have to throw it away because you can. If you taste it, you don't taste anything, and everything. So anyway, but let's talk a little bit about music. What kind of music is stuff that you find okay or like, or what kind of music do you listen to if you're at home?
I listen to music a lot personally, and I listen to like pretty much everything, to be honest. Besides like heavy metal stuff, I don't not too much of a fan of
No,
that.
but
But
give me a few. What is if you say pretty much everything?
like from rap to
Yeah.
indie stuff,
Mhm.
yeah,
I mean, what this gentleman has learned from the old guy who is sitting next to him, which is me, and I happen to be his father, is that Dolezals think there's only good and bad music. You know, it's not. It doesn't matter if it's classical or rap or reggae or whatever. You know, it can be good or it can be bad. So
hmm
we are not. I was not bringing you up with things like that. Oh my God, you only have to listen to this kind of music. So, and you heard quite a lot of different music, you know, when in
hmm
our house when you were growing up, right?
yeah, always we had like a little music day kind of once a week where we just jammed out to music and just played the instruments and just
Yes, yes, yes. Tell the people more about it.
it was like me, Ruby, and him. We were
Yeah,
just,
the three Dolezals.
of course, we were just playing music and playing instruments to it and just having a great time.
Yeah, it was mostly we did it
Miami.
in Miami, but also in Burgersdorf near Vienna. What I usually did is that I put on some music which was kind of easy to listen to,
hmm
like Sade, for example, where it's like more. And then we had I don't know, a
Drum set,
percussion. Oh, actually, I bought you a drum set. Remember,
Ruby a drum
a
set,
Ruby a drum set, a percussion, guitar,
a flute.
flute. Yeah. I am. I'm surprised that the neighbors didn't come and were complaining.
I think they enjoyed it probably.
Yeah, we were so good. The
Of
toilet size.
course.
Yeah, of course. No, that's true. That yeah, I tried to do this. Yeah. Oh, I mean, once in the you can tell all the people what I did good and bad as a father.
Mostly good things.
Well, you don't have to say this now.
It's
People will
true.
see will think it's because Papa is sitting. Is it? Was I doing okay?
Of course, yes.
I mean,
More than okay.
huh?
More than okay.
Okay.
Just
Well, the thing is, I was always thinking, to be honest, if you decide to bring children into this world, which is these days a pretty hard decision because we are having, climate problems, we're having a pandemic, we're having a lot of hate in the societies all around the world. We're having wars, we're having, big, things which are not so positive. Um, then it's like a contract. I have the contract signed, although I never signed it with, I don't know, to take care of him and his brother as long as I can, and be a helper and good friend and a good dad as much as I can. I mean, I'm nobody's perfect, and I'm sure I made mistakes and everything. And I'm not
Everyone
all.
has.
Yeah,
Everyone makes mistakes.
sure.
It's totally human.
Yeah. Well, you don't make mistakes
Of
usually.
course not. Like,
He is always perfect, and you know what? He always says that he's right. If we're having things right,
most of the time I am.
well, see. May I introduce you, Benjamin Leon Dolezal, the man who is usually right. Well, you have this self-esteem, I think, from your father. But no, but it's great to see you. I mean, he's actually the same height as me now. Yeah, if not a little bit on the edge of becoming. Yeah. Soon they will be higher, bigger. How do you say?
Taller.
Taller. Thank you very much. He even talks English better than me. You know, he has better not. He has better. How do you say in English? He has better grades in English than he has in German. Because in your young years, we were more in Miami than we were in Vienna. No,
not really, but
well,
it's
or at least half ish.
pretty much. Yeah. Every holiday, every like couple days we had spare, we just flew over and.
You were flying in airplanes before you can even remember. I mean, you were, I don't know, weeks or months old, and Mama was taking you, and we were always flying. Um, so since this is my international friends and followers and fans, I might say, is there anything you want to tell them about this strange guy called Rudi Dolezal, who happens to be your father? Anything from your aspect, from your point of view?
This man is generally generally a very loving and sweet person most of the time.
Wow.
Yeah. And
I'm blessed. Yeah.
He's a good person at heart. So
I love this man. He's one of the two sunshines of my heart. This is a little bit of personal backstage this time. Next time I will tell you again about adventures with rock stars, but we are also human beings. And therefore, thank you, Benny, for being my guest today.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me. He was with me in Montreux. We're soon gonna be together somewhere where Benjamin can also act as in his different functions, being my manager, my cameraman, but he's so expensive. I mean, he is. I mean,
come on.
He asks for so much money. I mean, I only can afford him every now and then because he's like the best of the best. No, he is. Schatzi, Dankeschön. Thank you so much. And stay safe. Please go get vaccinated, also third booster, whatever. Be careful there. And I'm going to be, of course, there is a person that I will introduce to you soon. Her name is Simone. She's the person together with Lynn in America, and we are going to put the final touches on my book for the versions in German, English, and Italian, which will be the first three versions. Also, Benjamin is helping a little bit. So this is the next project. I'm not doing a film now after the Freddie film. Yes, I'm doing my regular programs, but that's more or less already routine for Krone TV, and I'm enjoying it a lot. But the next focusing is finishing the book in those three languages. You will have more information about this soon. We were posting the other day some of my readings. There's more readings to come. And of course, yes, the book is coming. The book is almost finished. It will include unreleased photographs, a lot of unreleased photographs you've never seen. It will include of course, stuff and stories that not even Queen knew because people involved are not around anymore. There will be interesting paintings and art of some of the greatest international fans who are out there who do great things. The people involved know who I mean. And it's going to be a great book. And the first ones and the only ones in the moment who will get it is the people who pre-ordered. I am not putting it into a general release. Of course, it's not true that Hannibal can can stop me. I have no contractual binding with Hannibal. Whoever says that is simply a liar. Don't listen to those people. They are just full of shit, in their brains. Um, but I'm completely free of doing doing what I want with the book, and I'm looking forward to finish it now, the final touches. But the reason was also again that I have two very important people very close to Freddie who finally are granting me long interviews. And also, the reason was that during my Munich research with Peter Freestone, he was executive producer of my film, there is some new chapters to write. I'm going to do this now within the next weeks, and I'm going to give you before the end of the year a complete schedule of what happens when. You're part of this, that we are busy. Remember Lynn, but we had
Oh yes, of course.
meetings in Montreux,
And the
and
Zoom stuff.
huh?
And the Zoom stuff.
Yeah. And so we are. But see, the thing is, whenever I do a film, and don't forget, last year I was only doing the book, My Friend Freddie, which still you can pre-order, myfriendfreddie.com. Um, and now I was doing two big film projects, the I Am Positive projects on Corona and the Freddie Munich days or Munich years, which of course takes a lot of time. And within that time, I cannot work on the book. Yeah, it is like that. Again, I never promised a release date. If you go to the website, nowhere it says on the so and so date. So I'm not breaking any rules or words or whatever. Whoever says things like that is simply lying. But there's a lot of liars online. Yes.
And to the people saying it doesn't exist, I know you probably think I'm biased, but I have seen like the chapters. I've read a few.
Oh, hang on, give me a moment. Yeah, speak a little bit. I have an idea. Speak about the book.
I've read a few chapters actually, and it's not half bad. Of course, I as the son, like I as being his son, you probably think I'm biased to it. I don't know if it's the right word, but yes, it's just it exists. I can promise you that, and it's gonna come out sooner than later.
We've done this before, but just next door here in Vienna, this is the transcripts of the book, as we are working on it next door. Hoppala, can you turn no, dreh so, dass ich drin bin. As we're working on it next door, this is just part of it. It's the 50 chapters. Yeah, it is existing. And of course it's existing. It always was. And it was always clear that it comes out. Reason for not coming out was that, it has to be my way. It has to be like Freddie would like it. And that's what I learned. And everybody who says otherwise, what do they know?
They never knew him, probably.
They never knew him. They never met him. They're just talking blah, 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 blah. I have a lot of different ideas nowadays on some of the activities in social media. He helped me starting it, and your brother, and I was fascinated. But then I now found out that there is a lot of people in there who are actually, you have to feel sorry for them because they are lonely. They just want to make themselves important. I don't have to make myself important, darlings. I am important. I always was. I'm sorry to say that, but I'm important through my work, not through what I write on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And as I always say, if you have to make people down or bring people down to make yourself important, you're a very poor person. Yeah. So I feel sad for those people. Sometimes they are crushing into our live chats. Well, we have nothing better to do. But thank you, Benny, for helping me with the book. Also, you will be one of the first. I always read it to him. Chapters. He says, "Oh, Papa," he's not always super fascinated that I'm right. Because huh?
More or less fascinated, but it's...
No. What I mean is that I'm using you to say, "Oh, Benny, I want to read you something." You usually have other things to do, like gaming or meeting friends or your girlfriend or whatever. And but to me, my two sons are very important. In German, you say correctives. You know, if they find, like, he was the first one here, sitting here, and I played you the first 3 minutes of Freddie, the Munich years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Do you think it's boring?" I said, "No, no, no." But here you could do this, and right? You actually said, I mean, he's 15 years old, and I'm taking him as an associate producer for full, you know, because what I'm doing, or I'm trying to do, should interest elderly people, mid-aged people, and young people. And you know, I can only find out if it works for young people by showing it to young people. And what better person I have than my two sons, who are actually always very critical and tell me the truth. Thank you, Benjamin. Benjamin Leon Dolezal, I love you.
Thank you, Rudolf Peter Dolezal.
That's right. Don't call me Rudolf Peter. Mwah. I love him. I love you. I say thank you to all the loyal fans, because as Freddie Mercury always said, he said that Queen is nothing without the fans, and I'm sort of taking this also. Thank you for all the people who are waiting. Thank you for your patience with the book. You will see it's worth it. And I say, have a great evening. Take care. We'll see you soon over Christmas and New Year's. It might not be so regularly, but who knows? Maybe I do it, because I have to also make a little bit of a break and find new energy, because we were working quite a lot. So thanks a lot. Love and respect. You know my 3 wishes. What are my 3 wishes?
Stay healthy.
No. Pre-order my book. Yeah? Number 2?
Spread positivity.
No, yeah, okay. So, you're more the philosopher. Though the 3 old thing are please pre-order my book, because you're supporting me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel.
And never miss a Sunday.
And okay, never miss a Sunday. Rudi Backstage.